There comes a moment in your life when everything changes. Not because the world suddenly becomes easier, not because the people around you start understanding you, but because you finally choose yourself. You stop waiting for permission to be who you already are. You stop begging others to see your worth. You stop living as a reflection of someone else's expectations. That day, the day you choose yourself, is the day you begin to live for real. When you choose yourself, you no longer move from a place of lack or fear. You stop chasing validation and start generating it from within. You start to feel the shift in your energy. You begin to sense that everything you've been seeking out there has been quietly waiting for you inside all along. You realize that you are not broken. You were just disconnected from your truth. You were not lost. You were just wandering away from your own power. Choosing yourself doesn't mean you become selfish. It means you finally understand that you can't pour from an empty cup. You can't keep giving when you're depleted. You can't keep showing up for others when you've abandoned yourself. The world taught you to please, to perform, to prove. But life starts to change when you realize you are not here to prove anything. You are here to remember everything. To remember who you are before the world told you who to be. Every transformation begins with a decision. That single, quiet, powerful decision. I choose me. I choose to no longer betray myself just to be accepted. I choose to no longer shrink just to fit in. I choose to no longer dim my light just to make others comfortable. When you choose yourself, you start walking a path of self-trust. You stop apologizing for your truth. You stop explaining your worth. You start creating your life instead of reacting to it. You see, your energy has always been your currency. The more you invest it into self-doubt, the more scarcity you create. The more you invest it into self-belief, the more abundance you manifest. When you finally decide that your peace, your joy, your alignment matter more than approval, something miraculous happens. You start attracting people and opportunities that match your new frequency. The universe rearranges itself for the person who decides to stop waiting and starts being. The day you choose yourself, your mind becomes your ally instead of your enemy. You stop letting your thoughts sabotage your potential. You start observing them instead of obeying them. You realize that your thoughts are not who you are. They're simply programs running from the past. And once you become aware of them, you gain the power to change them. You start to rewire your inner dialogue from I can to I can, from I'm not enough to I am whole. Choosing yourself also means forgiving yourself. For the times you ignored your intuition, for the moments you accepted less than you deserved, for the seasons you stayed where your soul didn't belong. You forgive yourself because you now understand that every version of you was doing their best with the awareness they had. And now, with new awareness, you choose differently. You no longer let your past define you. You let it refine you. You begin to notice the world responds differently when you do. People who once overlooked you start to notice your glow, but now it doesn't matter because you no longer need their recognition. Your energy speaks louder than your words. Your boundaries become your language. Your self-respect becomes your vibration. And this vibration, this new energetic signature, starts to magnetize experiences that reflect the love you have cultivated within. When you choose yourself, you stop waiting for someone to come and save you. You realize you are your own rescue. You are your own healer. You are your own miracle. You stop seeking love in broken places because you've already found it within. You stop craving external approval because your own heart has already said yes. You start waking up with purpose instead of pain. You start walking through life with grace instead of guilt. The world will test you after you choose yourself. Old patterns will try to pull you back. Familiar energies will call you home to your comfort zone. But that's the universe's way of asking, are you sure you've chosen yourself? And your answer will not be words, it will be action. You will no longer negotiate your boundaries. You will no longer settle for half love. You will no longer silence your truth just to keep the peace. Because now you understand, peace without authenticity is just quiet suffering. Choosing yourself doesn't happen once. It happens every day. Every morning you wake up and decide to align with your truth instead of your fear. Every moment you catch yourself judging or comparing, you return to love. Every time you face resistance, you breathe and remind yourself, I am enough right now as I am. You start living from presence instead of projection. You begin to embody the version of you that once felt like a dream. And then something extraordinary unfolds. Life begins to mirror your new state of being. The people you attract, the opportunities that show up, the synchronicities that align, they all start to match the vibration of someone who finally decided to be themselves fully. You begin to see evidence of your inner transformation in the outer world. You start to realize that choosing yourself wasn't selfish, it was sacred. You feel lighter, freer, more alive. You begin to trust the timing of your life. You no longer rush or force things to happen. You know that what's meant for you will find you because you are finally in alignment with your own energy. The universe doesn't give you what you want, it gives you who you are. And when you are whole, when you are authentic, when you are aligned, everything that comes to you is a reflection of that wholeness. The day you choose yourself is the day you stop living in survival mode and start living in creation mode. You stop trying to control and start allowing. You stop chasing and start attracting. You stop doubting and start knowing. You no longer live from your history. You live from your destiny. You realize that the power that created worlds is breathing through you right now. You realize that you are not separate from that power. You are that power in human form. That realization changes everything. You no longer move through life with desperation. You move with intention. You no longer seek love. You radiate it. You no longer fear endings. You honor new beginnings. You no longer wait for the world to recognize you. You recognize yourself. And in that recognition, you rise. You rise above your limitations. You rise above your fears. You rise above your old identity. You become the embodiment of your own freedom. And when you finally live from that place, the world can feel your shift. People can sense your energy before you even speak. They feel your calm, your clarity, your certainty. You become magnetic, not because you're trying, but because you're aligned. You've stepped out of the noise of the world and into the stillness of your own heart. And from that stillness, you begin to create a life that feels like you, real, peaceful, powerful, and true. Because the day you choose yourself, you stop waiting for a miracle. You realize you're the miracle